Slabbed Cinema, grading film and television like collectibles. Is it a Mint 10.0 or a 1.2 dog? Let's find out. Time to review Jurassic World. Welcome to the clean room. Jurassic World time. Let's grade. Entertainment value.
I'm going to give this one a really high score for entertainment value. I think I'm going to give it 8.5. It was big screen fun, and I think that that's what we all wanted out of a Jurassic Park movie. It's something we didn't quite get out of the original two sequels. So big screen fun. I give it a pretty high score for that.
Just for entertainment, just for the fun of it, I'm going to go all the way up there to I'll do a 9.5. Because it was like a return to something fun, and maybe even in a way we hadn't gotten before. It wasn't serious in the way I probably wanted deep down, but I loved Chris Pratt in that role.
Are you crazy? Hey, just trust me.
And there was a little humor in there.
It's not funny.
Little funny.
And it didn't take itself too seriously. Something about it worked, even though we'll get to the problems with it entertainment-wise. I had a good time watching it, that's for sure.
I'm going to go a solid 9. This movie is a fun watch. It's a fun rewatch. You know, you just kind of sit, take it in. Chris Pratt is always charming.
That's not what you said the last time I saw you.
Vincent D'Onofrio with his range, whether he is the bug in Men in Black.
Give me sugar.
Or, Kingpin.
It's hard.
Or this smarmy dude trying to weaponize raptors. He is always amazing. And there's a meta level to this movie that I kind of liked. You know, the Jurassic World's kind of a swipe at Disney World. It's also, we need bigger, better dinosaurs, which is kind of a swipe at the fandom.
We needed something scary and easy to pronounce.
And you have an OG fan with his little nerdy dinosaur toys in the control center. So
that first park was legit.
This are the meta moments. I like meta stuff. I like Community, that kind of thing. So I'm going to give this a solid 9. Rewatchability.
I have this movie on digital. I've rewatched it several times, so I've got to go ahead and say that the rewatchability has got to be somewhere in the probably 8 range. It's a good watch, probably once, twice a year, just to sit down. If you haven't watched it, it's a fun movie.
Rewatchability, I'm going to go with 7 because it's like, if it's on, I'll watch it. If I have the choice to watch it and I don't have anything going on, I'll definitely watch it. There's not a lot about this movie I don't like. The only thing I would be like, initially, like I don't like to rewatch it because of this, is the ending always made me feel like, that's just not, not how I would have ended. But you know what? They do what they do. It's still fun to watch. I'll go with it.
I would say it's an 8. I really enjoy it. It's not the kind of movie that gets better every time you watch it and you see things you missed, but it does hold its value strongly. The diminishment isn't much, so, and that's good. And there's like little fun things like watching, Opie's daughter run in the high heels, knowing that she hated doing that. And it's kind of fun. And then even refer back to that in some of the sequels. They got close-up shots of her boots the next movie, just to let you know we're not going to make her run in heels again. So, the rewatchability, I'm going to go 8. Execution.
Felt like CGI was drastically overdone like a lot of movies these days. So that's something that I've got to take into account. But at the same time, they hit all the tropes, man. They introduced you to the fat security guard and you knew what was going to happen, right? Oh, there's this impenetrable force of a pin that we built for this hybrid dinosaur. And then it's like, oh, it got out of the pen somehow. It's just crazy. They did all the classic stuff with all the setup, and then they just brought it home. So I got to give them probably like I'll give them a 7 on execution on this one. It was pretty solid.
I'm going to go 7 too, because this movie just feels like average in a good way, like in an entertaining way. Like I don't have a ton of complaints because they knew what they were doing. We're making a popcorn movie. We're going to have Chris Pratt be a superstar because that's what he is now that Guardians has happened. And they did what they set out to do. I don't know if they had any intention of it being better than it is.
I'm going to give it a solid 7 because, this is a movie made by craftsmen. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between an artist and a craftsman. Yeah. A craftsman does something artistic, but it's like a bricklayer or somebody that does plaster. shaping. It's artistic, but they could do that over and over again. They have a craft and they can apply it well. And that's what this movie is. Nobody's trying to make art. Somebody like Spielberg can take the same material and like throw a little extra and get you that art in your mass entertainment. But this is just well crafted. So it's a solid 7. And like you said, that's not a slight. 7 is hard. See present anything that comes from Disney. So, that originality.
Ironically enough, I actually am going to give this one a pretty high score on the originality, because the idea of us having such a catastrophic failure in Jurassic Park, having 2 failed missions to the island since then, and then recovering from that and building the park anyway.
Didn't occur to you maybe that's in poor taste?
I understand people died. It was terrible. But
that's just crazy to me. And I think that's an awesome concept. I don't know how it happened. I don't care how it happened. As soon as he opens the window and the theme song starts playing with the John Williams music, I'm all in. Originality, 8.5.
I like it. I'm going to go a 5. And I would go lower, but I do have a tiny bit of respect that the Hammond-like character, who's supposed to be whatever, is this overconfident guy.
Who authorized you to do this?
He's totally a moron.
Good.
Yep.
I love that so much. So, I'm still, if it weren't for that, it'd be lower for me, but I'm going to go a 5 because it just felt, for me, like I liked it because of what I liked, but it wasn't anything new. I guess that's my feeling.
Yeah. I'm going to go 6. I'm going to go a little bit higher. It is a Member Berries movie. It tickles your member berries. It is very much engineered like The Force Awakens or so many other things that come out today to hit all the tropes. So you go, oh, I remember dinosaurs. I remember rides with dinosaurs. But the concept that I thought was great was the teenage kid totally jaded about seeing a Tyrannosaurus. It's just like, this is lame. My aunts were, I don't even want to be here.
Or the teenage kid that's working the ride. That's like,
Enjoy the ride.
That guy. Same deal.
I think that was pretty good, because really, no matter what kind of amazing thing happens in life, about 10 minutes after, it's not that amazing anymore. Everybody's like, yeah, so what?
Yeah.
So those were the ratings. We crunched the numbers, and Jurassic World is officially slabbed with a 7.6.
Slabbed Cinema.